How American and Africans raise millions of Longhorn cattle. These are cattle with long horns, robust creatures symbolizing a culture heritage and carrying a timeless beauty. Among the most renowned breeds roaming the vast plains of the United States, these Longhorn cattle are known as Texas Longhorns. Now let's explore how American farmers have raised and utilized these animals. We're at stockyards, the prime location to witness Texas Longhorn cattle. They're exhibiting in this historic area year-round. However, to become the emblem of Texas, as they are today, Longhorns have undergone rigorous natural selection. So what characteristics aided their development into such a resilient creatures? Their adaptiveness and self-defense against predators, their long legs facilitating travel across expansive terrains in search of sustenance, and their proficiency in consuming even the toughest vegetation, like cacti, owing to their robust tongues and teeth, have all contributed. These traits have helped Longhorns overcome challenges, becoming a symbol of strength and independence, much like the people of Texas. According to USDA statistics, by the end of 2022, approximately 330,000 Texas Longhorn cattle were being raised in the United States, with many of them raised in Texas. Like many other livestock breeds in the United States, Texas Longhorns are raised for meat production and breeding. However, the most outstanding feature of these Longhorn breed lies in its historical and cultural significance. Numerous farms across the United States rear Texas Longhorn cattle for conservation purposes and to honor the heritage of the American West. They also serve as symbols of the frontier era. This family-owned farm spans over 4,000 acres and welcomes visitors for farm tours during the summer. Both buyers and tourists come to observe the Longhorns. These Longhorns graze freely in the pastures, but are supplemented with grain to ensure proper nutrition. Here's the herd manager overseeing the livestock farming operations. He and his team corral newborn calves to check their weight, administer vaccinations, and tag them. Approximately 45,000 Texas Longhorn cattle are slaughtered in the U.S. annually, with meat collection restricted to mature animals. They're raised until at least 18 months old. Presently, the largest Texas Longhorn livestock farm is located in Hill County, Central Texas. With around 420 Longhorn cattle, this farm sells approximately 100 to 130 Texas Longhorns annually for meat production or entertainment and expeditions. For an immersive Texas experience, visit Fort Worth, where the spirit of the Wild West still thrives. It wouldn't be surprising if a store advertises, "All leashed pets are welcome," only to have someone test the boundaries. That's precisely what this man did when he visited Petco in Atascocita, strolling around with a tethered giant bull and a humorous twist to the welcome for unleashed pets. Goodbye to the American plains. We're now in the western region of Uganda, home of the largest concentration of Angoli Longhorn cattle herds in Africa. Similar to many other livestock farming regions worldwide, each morning, the Longhorn cattle are released from their enclosures to freely graze in the fields. Currently, it's estimated that there are nearly 7.3 million Ankole cattle in Africa, particularly in countries like Uganda, Rwanda, and Kenya. They hold culture and economic significance. Traditionally, these cattle in Uganda have been and still are seen as symbols of wealth and status. They're revered and are not used for meat in the West, but in other regions they are. For the Bahima people, the Ankole Longhorn cattle are often used for bride price negotiations and for dairy products like butter, ghee, and bongo. As per the customary free-range practices of African farmers, herds of tens or even hundreds of individuals are usually grazed near the farm. This not only aids the herders in managing their livestock, but also because the natural food sources in the area are abundant and easily accessible. With grass being their primary diet in the pasture, an average mature Ankole bull weighs around 1,100 pounds, while a female averages around 800 pounds. Comparatively, Ankole Longhorn cattle are about 30% lighter than Angus cattle raised in the U.S. In Uganda's grazing fields, herders often store water for the cattle by constructing mud and earth water reservoirs. At the end of the evening, as the sun gradually sets, the Ankole cattle are brought back to the enclosure to rest. As there are no predators around, constructing these enclosures is quite simple and lacks a roof. Herders here only need a place to gather the livestock near their residence. Weekly, the herders will give them a thorough wash or burn straw and other materials to create smoke in the enclosure, aiming to control insects and other parasites. They believe this helps alleviate the animal's stress. When the Ankole cattle are ready for meat production, they're taken to livestock markets and then sold to the slaughterhouses. An estimated 2.7 million Ankole cattle are slaughtered for meat production annually. Thank you for watching the video. Which Longhorn cattle breed impressed you the most? Please share your thoughts in the video comments. And before you leave, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more engaging content.